I think it is no secret that anyone who's been paying attention to the way that this country is founded and the way that this world is shaped, it is through white supremacy and understanding that white supremacy is at the root of all of our systems. So they are inherently going to be racist because at the root of white supremacy is anti-blackness, and at the root of anti-blackness is anti-transness, anti-immigrant sentiment, and a host of other things that try to divide us into us versus them. We need to also look at, it's not just systemic racism as in it's always covert and not always overt. It is investing in affordable housing, because who has historically been taken out of housing opportunities? The Great New Deal, which afforded housing to everyone except for Black individuals in America. We need to also look at the health outcomes for Black mamas and Black birthers. It's not because Black mamas are less healthy than white birthers or Latinx birthers. It is that Black mamas are more likely to not be believed in a medical system when they are birthing, and that leads to them being more likely to die in childbirth. We also need to look at the highest levels of asthma. Who are the communities that are utilizing the most of our medical system, and why? Is it because we're treating their communities like dumping grounds? That's a form of systemic racism. We also need to look at what communities are over policed, because again, that is another example of systemic racism. We treat poverty as a crime, but as a product of a system that is inherently anti-Black and that is inherently racist and that inherently promotes white supremacy. We also need to make sure that all of our systems are interrogated for how well they hold up anti-Black sentiment and how well they hold up white supremacy. Each and every one of these systems needs to be investigated by people who are impacted the most. As a low-income Black, queer, educator, and activist, I know exactly what systems need to be interrogated, how far they need to be interrogated, and what we need to do to make sure that people are at the forefront of the solutions to dismantling those systems and replacing them with something that is people first and not about profit and not about power, but about truly seeing our communities as things that can be whole if we invest in them from the ground up.